We are now officially less than 100 days away from Stranger Things. I asked on YouTube and over on my Instagram for all of your guys' Stranger Things 5 theories. Majority of these theories are Byler theories, but there definitely are some season 5 theories in there. Really quickly before I get started, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the love and support I've been getting on my videos. I'm almost at 1K and it means the world to me, so thank you guys so much. Also, if I pronounce any of your guys' usernames wrong, I'm really sorry. Just know I don't mean it. Just know I don't mean to hurt you. Just one last quick little thing. Look at my watch. It's literally Mike's watch. Oh my gosh. And it works too. It literally works. It works. It literally works. And I love it so much. And I love it. It was like $15 too. I found it off of Mercari. Whoever gave this to me, thank you. You're the best. Anyways, let's get started. Okay, our first theory is from Dylan Loves Bunnies. I think Mike and Will are gonna kiss in episode 7 of season 5. It's the last episode before the finale. If we have like good Byler moments leading up to that, that'd be great. But if that's like the only thing we get, I would be kind of disappointed because then it's like the finale. That's gonna be. It's tricky. For me, it's just hard to know when and how and where, but I really do. I hope and I wish and I want. It's something that I really do want. And I think it's something that we will get. I just don't know where, how, when, Next theory is from Epizel5133. When Henry entered the Upside Down in Season 4, Episode 9, we see him shape the Mind Flayer into a spider form, and he probably uses the Mind Flayer to connect to the hive mind and control the demo creatures. Basically, he is using the Mind Flayer to enslave the Upside Down creatures to do what he wants. I think it would be really cool if Will voluntarily got possessed by the Mind Flayer and teamed up with it to take down Vecna and free the Upside Down from his control. The thing that's hard about this is that since Vecna controls the Mind Flayer, it would be kind of hard for Will and the Mind Flayer to team up. I think that this is a really cool concept. I just don't know how it would go down because of the fact that Vecna knows everything the Mind Flayer does. Vecna controls the Mind Flayer. Vecna controls like basically everything. So that's why I just feel like it'd be kind of hard. The next theory is from Confused3812. More of a hope than a theory, but I hope Byler gets married. I remember some person created like POV Byler got married, and it's such a cool video. It's such a cool concept, and I think there's a chance. I mean, if it happened with Jancy, there's a chance it could happen with Byler. But right now, we have no idea how big of a role Murray is going to have. Next theory is from Sona, Missouri. Robin becomes a gay mentor for Will, and soon Mike once they start dating. Robin becomes a gay mentor for Will, and same thing with Mike once they start dating. Also Byler and Rob Icky. I do really feel like Robin and Will have such a great connection. Like, I think that their personalities would just get along so well, and I'm excited to see how their character arcs match up, and I'm excited to see what happens with their friendship. This next theory is from N04K4 Hara. I think Byler might be canon/implied canon in episode 7 because the Duffers said they pulled clips from every episode except 7, which is really suspicious. I also think the scene where 11 is holding Mike's face is an acceptance scene where 11 knows Mike is gay, or is an affectionate scene before they break up for good. I also think either Will or Mike will get possessed, and they might break possession with a kiss or confession. Though for this one, there isn't as much evidence, I just think it'd be interesting. 100%. I think it would be so interesting. I do. I do think that it is strange that the Duffer Brothers pulled clips from everything but episode 7, especially knowing that we only got little crumbs of Byler. I do think that that means we will get a lot more screen time of Byler this season. Also, I do think Will or Mike will get possessed, but I think like with the trailer, Will looks like he's in so much danger, but that's why it's making me think he's not gonna die. I don't know. It's so tough. This next theory is from Akibaki-X7L. Flickergate. Also, for some reason, I think Jonathan is gonna die. I'm gonna answer the second half first, because I know how I feel about that. People are thinking that the blood on Nancy's hands is Jonathan's. I don't. I think that they're trying to imply that it is his, but I don't think it actually is, because I feel like they're trying to throw us off. But also, I think the whole entire trailer, they're trying to throw us off. Like, I don't know. I don't think Jonathan... He would be, like, an easier character to kill, I guess. Like, he would be better than killing, like, one of the kids. But, like, I don't know. It's so hard to know who's gonna die because we literally have no idea. Also, Flickergate, all the Byler gates, I think the one, like, my favorite is honestly Churchgate or Lover's Lake Gate. Flickergate is one of the ones that I'm, like, kind of, like, a little fuzzy about, just because it's just so, like, I feel like they don't have enough time. I hate saying that because I know that we do. I feel like there's no evidence. Like, with the other Byler Gates, there is, like, pretty good evidence for it. In Flickergate, like, yeah, in season 1, literally one of the first scenes is, like, the lights flickering and Will is riding, like, off of his bike, and that's, like, one of the main parts of Flickergate, but I just don't know. Obviously, I would love Flickergate to happen. I'm just not a Flickergate truther. But I do think Will having, like, time manipulation would be really cool, because how on earth did Will know where Joyce put the lights? How did he know when? I just don't understand any of that. So this could mean Flickergate could happen. It's just, it's really just hard to know. The next theory is from SSSSS-E1L. Vecna being Eleven's biological father, because when Brenner was trying to replicate the superpowers into other kids, he may have done it so genetically. I don't think this is true, because in the Broadway play, a newspaper flashes that says the lab is looking for pregnant volunteers, which would mean the kids' moms were already pregnant when the experiment started. But it could still be true. This one, I've never agreed with Vecna being her father. I am curious on who her father is, but I don't think it would be Vecna. I really don't. We know Terry Ives is her mom. Terry Ives is pretty old compared to Vecna, like, from what we know. Actually, wait, let me see if I can look at Stranger Things wiki right now. I've been humbled! I have been humbled because Vecna and Terry Ives could be around the same age. It just doesn't seem right to me. Especially if, like, the play kind of ties into it. If they were looking for pregnant women, that would mean that they were already pregnant. I strongly disagree with Vecna being her biological dad. It does not sit right with me. This theory is from Soup Rob Ha Panchal. It could be Panchai. I don't know. I'm really sorry. I'm really slow, and I apologize for pronouncing all these names wrong, because I know I definitely am. 11 is going to die in the end. This is the kind of thing where it's like, it's so predictable. That's why I don't think it's going to happen. But in the trailer, there was, like, no clips of her really being in danger as much as, like, Nancy or the obvious Will. I think it would be cool if she loses her powers. The thing is like, I know that already happened. That's why I don't know. But I think it would be more of a satisfying ending if she died. But I just feel like it's so incredibly predictable. That's why I don't think it's going to happen. Like, it's been talked about since the end of season 4. Everyone's like, oh, she's going to die in the end of the show. Because she brought the Upside Down in. She's going to have to be the one to take it out, you know? This next theory is from Sylvia the Wise. I don't think any main characters are going to die, but Ted and Murray are for sure bones. I also low-key think Holly might die based on that one leaked picture of Mike talking to Hopper. Mike looks really emotional, and Hopper seems to be comforting him. Some people think it's because Elle died, but I feel like Hopper would look way more emotional if that were the case. I believe it would make a lot more sense for Hopper to comfort Mike about losing his sister since Hopper lost his daughter. I really don't want Holly to die because that would be so, so sad, but I fear that might happen. Bringing up the point of that leaked picture and Hopper not being emotional, that makes so much more sense, because I know a lot of people, when that photo kind of was released, people really did think it was because 11 died. I think it was because a close family member of his died, for sure, like his mom, Ted, or Holly, or Nancy, or it could have been like Will or something. I don't know, something. I don't think it's about 11 though, because like you said, if that was the case, Hopper would be 10 times more emotional. I mean, like, there's a chance he wouldn't be because he's already gone through something tragic, but I don't think that would be why. I've been trying to pronounce this username for the past 15 hours, and I can't. Here's the username. Will and Mike will have another fight in the rain, except this time it will be at Lover's Lake, and one of them will almost die because the other one ends up confessing their love. Also, that episode 7 is going to be completely Byler-centric and includes some scenes of Lonnie, Jonathan, Mike, and Will, hence why they were casting a younger version of the 3 of them. I don't know about Lonnie. I agree, the rest of them, but Lonnie, I have no idea. Lonnie, none of my business. I don't like Lonnie. He's not a good person, so I don't really have any opinion on that. I do think episode 7 could be more about Byler, but I don't know if they would dedicate a whole episode. It's just hard, because, like, the Duffer Brothers, I feel like, would really just love to queerbait us, because that's how Netflix likes to roll. Maybe not just the Duffer Brothers, but, like, Netflix in general, you know? This theory is from I Ship Byler. I think something important to Byler is going to happen in episode 5, because in all the seasons when the season matches with the episode number, something important happens, such as season 1, episode 1, Will can't lie to Mike and tells him that it was a 7. Season 2, episode 2, Crazy Together. Season 3, episode 3, Byler rain fight, It's Not My Fault You Don't Like Girls. Season 4, episode 4, the talk when they're in Will's bedroom and Mike says that they have to be a team and they become best friends again. Well, not again, but like better friends since they were apart for so long. So something important is going to happen then. And then episode 7, something else is going to happen because it's the last episode that will be released on Christmas. So it will probably leave on a cliffhanger. But something for Byler will happen in there because 7 is like the designated Byler number because it's always associated with Mike and Will. Also, the painting has to have something to do with the Byler scene. It just needs to be brought up. The whole season episode matching up thing, I think Byler will have their moment because it's really weird how it's happened for the rest of the 4 seasons. I would be actually kind of annoyed if it didn't happen in season 5. I think it will. It will. I really do. I don't think that they would break a streak like that. I really don't, because that would be just kind of dumb. Now that I'm thinking, yeah, episode 7, it's going to be a huge, huge, huge cliffhanger, and everyone's going to be talking about Stranger Things that whole entire week until the finale comes out. Like, it's going to be crazy peak time for us fans. And I think there will be a major cliffhanger, and I also really do hope that something with the painting happens because I need that to be resolved. Please, Netflix. This next theory is from Jamie Spangler 5951. The painting will 100% be addressed. I also think Will and Mike are going to kiss in the upside down to heroes because the shame was on the other side. And the shame is on the other side. Oh, I just went cursive there. When I read this kind of gave me chills because, like, just thinking, like, them kissing in the upside down and that song playing because, and the shame was on the other side because, like, in the real world, they would get literally harassed because Will was already getting harassed. And the shame! Okay, this username I also cannot pronounce. I'm really, really sorry. Here it is. I think the scene in the trailer with Joyce holding up Will and Mike shielding the kids from Vecna happens after Byler's confession and kiss scene. It's really hard to know, like, when clips from the To Doom date announcement and the teaser trailer, like, where, like, what time they're gonna happen, like, you know, like, what episode, because, like, we don't know. Well, obviously, but, like, they're making it seem like the first episode is so action-packed, like, they're making it seem like everything is from, like, the first volume. That's why I have no idea. I have no idea when anything's gonna happen. I'm also curious, like, will the confession happen, like, earlier or later? That's my question. This next theory is from Ariana915. Will is gonna have a coming out scene. Duh. This next theory is from Bylenatic. I'm 100% sure we're getting a scene at Lover's Lake. Wet Hair Mike standing under Lover's Lake kind of poster. Divers hired for episode 5. The gate in there. Maybe they don't share a kiss there, but we are having Lover's Lake gate. Yes! Hooray! Wet Hair William. Wet Hair William. Love Wet Hair William. He looks really cuteness. But yes, I would love Lover's Lake gate to happen. That's Lover's Lake Gate, Lover's Lake Gate is one of my favorite Byler gates. There's something about Lover's Lake in church. Feels right. It feels more down that alley. Like, it feels right for Stranger Things, you know? This theory is from LillianRose_29. Wait, so, like, this is kind of silly, but you know how in Mike's room you see multiple pictures and posters of muscular men on his walls? Well, since season 4, lots of people, including the costume designer, have talked about how Will has physically grown between season 3 and 4. That especially includes his muscles. We literally can see how buff he's gotten within 6 months. I think it's safe to say that it surprised everybody when we noticed the difference. It may have even surprised Mike. I think that one of the reasons why Mike was so awkward with Will is because he was like, OMG, when did you get so buff? He looks so hot. Wait, stop. No, I can't be thinking this. This is too gay. I guess I'll just shoulder punch him. I can't let him know I'm in love with him. And we all joke about Will being more muscular and calling him Buff Byers. But wouldn't that mean Will is actually Mike's type? Yes, I know Will is Mike's type, but this is separate. Because Will is now muscular and Mike likes muscular men. I know it's silly, but I don't think it's too big of a stretch. Yes. Okay, this one is really cool. Hawkins Core, love this little diva. Love her. She's funny. She's cool. But she asked me to include her video theory, which love this theory. This one, I love this. I love the edit. I love everything. I just hate the fact that this is what it has to come to. I'm going to try and explain the video just for my memory, but I'm pretty sure it says Dustin can't beat Vecna with 11, like with the number 11 because like the dice. And then at that time, Lucas is playing his basketball game and he's wearing the number 8. So does this mean that Callie has to return in order to beat Vecna? Because if Dustin couldn't beat Vecna with the number 11, which is 11 obviously, and Lucas at that same time was winning the game with the jersey, like the number on his jersey 8, there's a chance Callie is coming back. I don't know, it's hard because a lot of people really did not like the Lost Sister episode, which I personally didn't. I've literally only seen it like once. I think it would be cool to kind of get a wrap up, but I also don't think that they would bring her back this late, you know? I think that if she would have come back, it would have been in season 4. This one is from Nemarat, literally my favorite. I love her so much. Oh my gosh. What if Robin and Will come out to each other and then Will admits to Robin he has a crush on Mike? But we also saw behind the scenes photos of Robin and Mike. So what if he also comes out to Robin and says he likes Will, and then she somehow puts them together? This is a Byler theory. I don't think I have any other regular Stranger Things theories. Sorry I'm getting so surprised when I read these. It's because I don't read them. I just wait to get my actual reaction in my videos, so that's why I'm getting so surprised by a lot of these. I want this to happen. I think it would be great. I don't know how this would be approached, but I hope. I really do. I want this to happen, please. Please, Stranger Things gods, please. Next theory is from m.blue_drawing. Will have fire powers even stronger than True Sight and will battle Vecna Wizard versus Wizard. People are thinking that him having fireball powers is too much of a stretch. It's not. It's literally not. If little teeny Henry Creel drew the mind flare and it became real years later, and little baby Will drew him, Will the Wise, with fireballs, why could it not come true? We all know Will has a connection to Vecna and the Upside Down. Why would it not be true? I think people are actually kind of dumb. Byler is real. Will and Mike movie day at the theater. So this is giving Lucas and Max. I would prefer Lucas and Max to have their movie date. Sorry. I did not mean to offend. I love Byler, obviously. I love Mike and Will. But it's yes, please. But also, I personally would rather have Lucas and Max have their date over Mike and Will. I'm sorry. They need to have it. I don't think they will, but it's the same thing with Hopper and Joyce's date at Enzo's. How are they going to squeeze that in there? This next theory is from Stranger Things _1075. After Elle fights Vecna, the gate is still open. Since she opened it, she has to close it, but has to sacrifice herself. I agree to an extent. But it's I feel if Vecna dies, I feel the Upside Down will go away. I don't know. That's why I said I agree to an extent. Because I don't know. It's really hard. This theory is from _.m.ilen._.a. Nancy is pregnant. I'm curious. Is everyone on the same page? I think no. No hate to this person or anything. But and no hate to this theory. If she turns out to be pregnant, you can tell me you told me so. I don't know how, who, when, where, why. This next theory is from BYL_ER.XOXO_TS. So pretty much in the rom-com How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, the movie starts and her hair is pinned straight. And as it goes on, she falls more and more in love. Her hair gets curlier and curlier. This isn't the only movie that does this, but this is the best example. The curly hair theory, though, is that your hair gets curlier/wavier when you are in love. So pretty much this can apply to Mike, but it depends. Will's hair is wavier/curlier this season than others. And Mike's is curly too. Mike's hair was kind of curly in season 4, though, but kind of makes my point. It's probably nothing and kind of stupid, but it's a theory nonetheless. I hope that made sense. I agree. I think it would be cool. I think it's I really enjoy the concept of it. I think this would be so fun. I think it would just be such a cool element. Just another piece of Byler proof, Now we have 2 more theories from xgraceyj.xx. Will's birthday being forgotten. I wholeheartedly believe it was intentional, not an accident. This is just like Birthdaygate. If you don't know what Birthdaygate is, learn. I'm kidding! I agree. I don't think that his birthday was forgotten. I don't know. It's hard because the Duffer Brothers were oh, that was a complete accident. But then it's no. I don't think it was because, it was literally on the camera. Are you that stupid? I don't know. This is the final theory. Unsure at first, but I've eased into it. I believe Will have powers of some kind. Fireball, ? Yes. I hope. This is kind of similar to a theory before, but I really do. I hope and I want this to happen. And I hate that people are oh, it's a reach, because it's not. Those were all the theories I received. Thank you so much to everybody who did give me a theory. But that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.